All right, welcome to another episode of I Sabi Soccer. I'm Jay, as you already know. I go let others introduce themselves. Who we get on here? Who we get on here?
GochFit, thanks for having me again.
For sure, for sure. Who be that third guy with the corner?
Yeah, Rosmon in the building. Always happy and glad to be around. Yeah, thank you for
Confirm,
having me back
confirm.
and ready.
Confirm. First of all, before we go, now they see waiting in my back. I just want to
With,
say, make you now take a look.
with
Look at that,
who be
see him
that?
clearly.
I can
Now
see
they
Only one
see,
person that they see there.
Ronaldinho, Drogba, John Terry.
John
Then I
Terry
can see
and
somebody
Lampard.
with a dada hair too.
John
Okay,
That
Terry,
guy with the help.
adulterer.
Lampard.
Person where they sleep with intimate. Now your role model be that. Person where they sleep with intimate wife.
Now the wrongest thing way if you talk for
Wait,
this thing as a Man United fan
as
because
in
me I can't bring gigs, but what you
gigs.
guys talk
Okay,
Ryan
but
Giggs.
you see Giggs picture for my back.
What did Ryan Giggs do? Me
No,
as a Man
now only
United
Giggs was
fan,
doing my back.
yeah, you don't have that to say
No,
as
Giggs,
a United
Giggs
fan.
has come back, but you see him picture for my back.
Now you're legend. Now if you like
You
put picture, if you like
carry
no put picture. If you
you
like
carry
put picture, no put
ritualist.
picture. John
Ritualist did
Terra,
outside
John
Drogba.
Terry.
No,
Did
you see the ritualist still there at the back.
you? You know see that head?
Person
Now
wey don bury
use.
like 6 cows for Stamford Bridge. Now why no striker dey flourish for that place now? But make I no
we
sidetrack you now.
not.
How una dey? How una
We need
dey?
Sesco. We need Sesco. Give us Sesco. Maybe the guy go flourish.
Calm
We need
down.
person like Sesco.
Introduce your show first. No dey talk about my striker. This guy.
All right, Mo Yan. First of all, Mo Yan about the game yesterday, the City Arsenal game. What you feel about that game? Just summary reaction. What you feel? I mean, me personally, 1-1 was perfect for me as a Chelsea fan. Now, waiting at the reason say me then tie, but it can't be like say God. What do they call Ateta again?
Mikel Aikeda.
Yeah, be like say then substitutes
Then
yesterday.
swap.
The
Then
swap.
swap.
Be like say Guardiola can't become the guy and then
Pep
Ateta.
Taliban, yeah. Taliban tactic.
Wait till I feel about the whole thing. Got more
Baba moved
style
from
too.
Tiki Taka to Taliban tactics yesterday now. My prediction enter, I been talk 1-1, but now the exact opposite of wetin I thought go happen, can't happen. So I say this one go play haram football. Meanwhile, they did their best. They attacked. They got the early goal. Haaland actually got the early goal, and then it was pressure. But I've never seen this. Pep had 7 defenders on at some point. 7. So I don't know. Maybe I never watched football long enough, but I don't know what he was scared of in that state. He could have parked the bus, but that was just excessive. And it seemed like he was inviting that pressure, and it was just inevitable at that point. So maybe there were injuries. Maybe he's still not sure on Rodri. I thought Rodri looked very comfortable yesterday when they had the momentum, when they had the ball, when they were actually attacking. But as Babacon, they come out Haaland, just they put sliding defenders. It looked like they were inviting it, and they conceded. Now the exact opposite of waiting I talk. I said Arsenal will get one goal, defend, and then late equalizer, but now the reverse. Then I said this one will do haram football, but it was Pep that did it. So I was wrong, but I was right. My prediction hit.
But you see waiting Guardiola talk when he talk say at least say in the evolve. I mean they try new things. Say at least one in 8 years is not bad. Say they do. Basically,
The
they
man.
parking the bus because they ask him. You see where they ask him, say in the park bus. I been talk say at
Yeah.
least once in 8 years is not bad. That shows that he's trying new stuff. Or waiting the guy talk
Nah,
again.
no be just the parking bus. The diving, the rolling around. See Silva yesterday. Very, very shameless. Now all those person like Mourinho for watch that match, they proud. Just yes, this guy has finally embraced the dark arts of football. It was filthy. It was filthy. They were so close to pulling it off. The Lord we serve, they allow us see that kind of thing. So at least they conceded. But man, I don't know where that came out of. Especially
That's
with
it.
Pep and his football integrity. It's
What
just
he's known for, yeah. King, what do you feel?
I'm a lover of defensive football. I love it. The truth is, I always tell people if you are looking for entertainment, it's better to go to the club or the strip club. Football is all about the 3 points. So
It's about results. I mean,
yeah, that is my philosophy. So and Guardiola, what happened yesterday? if beginning of the season, Guardiola said it that he's going to a different dimension. So I wasn't surprised. And that is why if you look at it, he bought a goalkeeper that is totally different from his philosophy. So that is to tell you that he's changing some things. He's trying to adapt to a new method. And during the game, they had key injuries to key players like Kushanov, which really was a key player to them. So he had to readjust his tactics and everything. And at a point, it's normal to say, okay, 30 minutes to go, 20, let's just defend it and just go home with this 1 point, which he did impressively. And at the end of the day, it is realistic to say Arsenal got what they deserved because they really pressed Man City that second half. But it was I love what Pep did, and as I said, it's all about the point. Yeah, when you have to do something, you have to do it. That's it. Yeah.
Did he have to?
Feel about?
Did he really have to? Did he really have to?
Yeah, because he was trying to be conscious. Like as I said, he's beginning of the season. He said he's going through a different dimension of football. And as I said, if he started it by changing the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper he currently has is not a goalkeeper that can pass from the back. So that's to tell you where his philosophy is trying to change now. It's evolving, right? So the thing is, like, at times, Arsenal had a day advantage of rest, and looking at it, he knew that because this is the first time Guardiola has put in a team 3 consecutive games since he has been a Man City manager. This is the first time ever. So he saw some tired legs there, and at the end of the day, there's a way you look at the game and you're just like, okay, let me just protect what I have and just go home. Yeah, but the goal came out of, like, I didn't even expect it that it will happen, and it happened so fast. And yeah, I love the game because, like as I said, seeing Pep evolve to a different type of Pep is a good thing for football. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I'll give him is he's evolving. He's trying to evolve. Pep always tries to evolve. Unlike some people we sabi, we don't they use 3 at the back forever. We know they work, but they see they do them. But
no be 3 at the back, Baba used for the same match.
Pep?
Yeah, for that match. No, didn't he switch it to 3 at the back?
Yeah, but I'm saying they evolve. It's the evolution I'm talking of. I'm not focused on the formation.
I think Pep na serial overthinker, and I don't think he had to do that in the match. Yes, they would have had the momentum second half, but you come out any hold-up play up front. He just said, okay, we're going to play 11 behind the ball. Yeah, that's excessive, I think. Especially with the quality of players you have. We say, none of those guys, as Arsenal fans, the way talk, say, Salim, Gabriel, recovery pace. See what Haaland use and do for that ball. Just boom. We all knew it was a goal before he even received the pass. When he was making that charge, Saliba no fit catch him. What's his name? Gabriel no fit catch him. Keep him fresh. Let's have an outlet. Baba took every single outlet out there. Doku, I understand. Okay, maybe he got kicked a lot, but he gave them something to think about. They had nothing to think about, but try to score against them. So yes, I get Pep now, maestro. He understands the game more than I will ever understand in my life. But some kind things like this, you could have gotten your 3 points, is what I'm saying. They wouldn't have been able to attack and press as much if you hadn't sat back as much as you did.
In retrospect, though, we did talk all these things because Arsenal scored the equalizer because they almost pulled it off, right?
Yeah. But my own say he went out of his way to do it. This is not him, but he's sticking to the evolution, I guess, where it's maybe down in the season that this type of resiliency will come to help them. Maybe.
And don't forget, they've not been in their flowing best, right? They've lost some games. And the truth is that as a manager, when you have lost some games, like 2 games in 5 games, you want to be conscious. It's normal. It's a normal human instinct, right? And okay, let me just be conscious so I don't go all out and I lose it. So it's understandable.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, I know say you they happy say Mourinho ball is alive and well in the league. His legacy lives.
Oh yes, I love defensive football. I love it,
especially from Guardiola of all people. Another question where I need to ask you now: what do you feel about waiting Arsenal fans? They talk about Arteta and how he started his lineup and the fact that he felt more. It was almost like more to them a little bit defensive, like starting instead of starting AZ and stuff like that, and
Yeah, he
all
went
those
with
things.
3
Because
DM.
he went with 3DM, so it was almost like the same thing. I think he was probably going for what we always know him for in terms of, oh, let me just grab the points. But because this guy scored first, he had to come out. You get,
Yep.
but many Arsenal fans they vex for the whole thing, saying which kind this team that. Which one I feel?
I thought he did the right thing. That's the best case scenario for them in that match because
You mean with the starting with the lineup?
oh no, whatever he set out to do was the best. There, he got to
Okay.
feel the game out there, and then he made adjustments. So where I would give him credit is he made adjustments and he made them quickly. That goal, we could say it was against the run of play. The match was still not settled at that point. Then all those Arsenal starting to feel the game out and then counter attack. If I remember, the counter, right? So
Yeah.
what he was doing was working then, and he probably would have seen, okay, oh, these ones too are not how to play football today. Let's more press them. But that was not just individual brilliance for that goal. They're just the powerful running of hand and how Baba is just. I mean, we need to start having some conversations about that guy and just strikers in the history of the league. There, I might be ahead of myself, but just how inevitable someone can be that from the middle line. So when he started making his run, most of us knew, oh man, now go with this. And there were still like 2-3 defenders around, but you just knew no one was catching him. Left or right foot, he's not going to have defenders hugging him. Yeah, so that Baba, man, we have to start having conversations about that guy, which goes back to my point. You have that player, play him 90 minutes. That's physical specimen. He doesn't get tired. He's great shape all season. Play him 25.
Don't forget, he's the least striker they have. Hope you know.
Yes, sir.
If anything happens, they're in trouble.
No, for sure. For sure. But this is why you sign him. This is why you pay him that much money for matches against Arsenal. I bet, just imagine back in the day, see Baba for your back, we were crowned. Didier. Imagine 1-1 against Arsenal. Hit of that Mourinho Wenger rivalry. Imagine Mourinho taking him out because he wants to defend.
Didier, we love
Exactly.
Arsenal that time.
Yeah, so I can't defend that Taliban tactic from Pep. I can't. There's no just. This might be one of those. Say Baba, they always try to prove some points sometimes when you don't need to prove any points. So this could be one of those
Pep
things.
is an overthinker normally, and I do overthink. But to that this team, King, what do you feel for like the lineup where Arteta put on, like with the 3 DMs?
I understand the pain of Arsenal fans because over the years, when each time Arteta plays a big club, he's always conscious. Yeah, and I think he's being too careful. And the truth is, this season, Arsenal has one of the best squad. Yeah, for the very first time. We can say they have one of the best squad in the world. And they have a lot of creativity in that squad. And you didn't start anyone. So it can be frustrating. But the thing is, what people forget to understand is there are some teams that you play, you also have to be very careful. Because if you think you want to go all out, it can backfire. And that is why, if you notice, all the games Liverpool has played this season all had more than 3 goals. But against Arsenal, it was 1-0. Because you see, and these are teams that are competing for the league. When they meet each other this season, it will be a tight margin. That is not the truth. Because the two teams will be conscious. So the thing is, you see, he as a manager, you have what you plan you want to start with. Then you have what you want to advance to if you are leading. Then you have what you want to revert to if you are losing. So these are what they call tactical dynamics, of which when he was losing, he adjusted the tactics. Yeah, so their frustration is valid. His tactics too and how he started is also valid. Because at the end of the day, as a manager, you have to know what you want to do.
Makes sense. So last question on this topic. Going forward, what do you feel for both Man City and Arsenal? What do you take away of this game?
For City, Rodri is back. He's back. He looked, when Pep allowed him to play ball, he looked very good. I used to be one of those people who hated on him winning Ballon d'Or because I'm a United fan, but not just that kind of player we be saying you out of possession, in possession, he's just very vital to what they do. Yeah, you can start to see some link-up play. You can start to see some discipline. Baba, the shape of the team, just watch them. It goes with him. If his hip turns right, their shape goes that way as well too. So not just maybe I haven't been watching him properly, but the way they were, even when they started playing negatively and when they were containing themselves, it all revolved around him. There, Zubamendi looked good for me, for them. I think that's for Arsenal. Looking forward, they have a good player, but levels there. So Pep, be able to do your Taliban tactics, but your players, your players are too good for that. Play them, trust them, but just build that steel. People like Donnarumma can help with that, but they don't need to sink to the depths of 7 defenders against a big team. They are the big dogs in the league, regardless. If you're looking at the past 10 years, they are the biggest team in England. However you want to spin it. So, and their squad is still solid, so they need to have that mindset. For Arsenal, Arteta should play his best players. That's it. Play your best players.
King, what do you feel?
Yeah, so going forward, these two teams are teams that are contending for the league, for the title. So the truth is, for you to win the league, you must not lose to your rival and you beat the rest. So they are still on track. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Okay, before we go, one last question I get for now. Since we did talk about Rodri, just make una reason this question. Una two now. I'll start with you, King. Who you go pick? Rodri or Kante?
I will go with Kante.
Goch, Rodri or Kante?
My team right now, N'Golo Kante, for the box to box. But I'm talking if I'm starting a team and I want to build around a player and they're my franchise players, I'm going with Rodri easily.
Okay.
Easily. That one is not debatable. But Conte would do better for me now.
Yeah, I'm going with Conte 100% of the time.
Of course.
Because that guy, he go cover that whole back for me. I'm okay, I can do whatever I want to do in front. Any which way, thank you for joining another episode of Isabi Soccer. It was good talking this match reaction, and we go see you now for the next episode. All right, bye guys.